Mukam karoti vachalam, pangum langhayate girim, yatkripatamaham vande paramanandamadhavam, sthapakaya cha dharmasya, sarvadharmasvarupine, avatara varisthaya, ramakrishnaya te namaha, ratnakaradhautpadam, himalaya kiritinim, brahmarajarshiratnadhyam, vande bharatmataram, sadashivasamarambham, shankaracharya madhyamam, asmadacharya paryantam, vande guru paramparam. Welcome everyone to this unique course called The Stories from the Upanishads, Lessons for a Meaningful Life. We are on the 9th day of the course. We have learned so many lessons from various stories from various Upanishads. Today, we are having a story which is a sequel of a story that we have discussed. Which story? A small boy, a son of a maid servant who had a keen interest in learning, but because of the family background, no Acharya accepted him. But Gautama Haridrumata, a great Acharya, looking at the interest, looking at his strong adherence to Satya, truthfulness, accepted him as the disciple, taught him the lesson. Then he took 400 cows to the forest and made it 1,000 cows. While coming back, he got the messages from the celestial beings. And coming back, Gautama Haridrumata taught him 4 into 4 is not just 16, it is one consciousness being, and that is you. And which story? It is the story of Satyakama Jabala. Whoever has not watched, please go and watch the 4th video of this series. Now, the story doesn't end there. Now the sequel comes. Gautama Haridrumata, after teaching him the Brahmajnana, he asked Satyakama Jabala to stay in Gurukula, learn the whole scriptures, understand the tradition, and while graduating, he blessed him, saying, "You are entering into the Grihastha-ashrama, but you should not just be a karmi, you should be a teacher." He inspired Satyakama Jabala to become a teacher. And taking the blessings from his guru, Satyakama Jabala, who was a Shrotriya, who had learned everything, Brahmanishtha, who was established in Brahman, and Sampradayavit, who knows the tradition, he becomes a teacher. And coming back to his home, he had got few students who were coming from different places to learn from him. And because of his versatile personality and different pedagogical ways of teaching, people started flocking at him. Students were coming from different directions, different places, different towns. Soon, he became so popular that he could not have his school in his home. He had to construct a big Gurukula where people from different states used to come. And many have come, many are getting graduated, and people are going out with a sense of learning fulfillment. Later, once a person called Kamala from the Kosala Desha comes to Satyakama Jabala and says, "I have heard a lot about you. I have a son. He is very brilliant, very intelligent. I want my son to get the best teacher, so I have got him here. Please admit him." Satyakama Jabala didn't accept him directly. He asked his few questions, just like an interview any person has to go through. He asked few questions. When the boy gave all answers right, when he understood the keen interest in learning, he told, "You are accepted and you are admitted to the Gurukula." And that boy is Upakosala. And being the son of Kamala, he is called as Kamalayana Upakosala. He is from the Kosala kingdom. And we all know in Gurukula system, many people were learning the Vedas, the spiritual disciplines, the scriptures, Vyakarana, Shastra, all those things. But beyond that, people have to take care of the Gurukula by themselves. One person has to take care of the Pakashala, the cooking. One person has to take care of gardening. The one person has to take care of the Goshala. One person has to take care of the Yajnashala. One person is a group. A group has to take care of the Guru Seva. And many people have to take up different responsibilities. It is building a life not just for learning, it is for living and life. And while learning the subjects, they used to learn life skills too. And our hero of this story, being Upakosala, was doing all those work, because it's a round robin. 1 month a person becomes a gardener, the next month he becomes a cook, the next month he becomes a librarian, the other month he becomes the chief person for doing Guru Seva, the next month he will become a person who has to take care of the Yajnashara, all those things. But looking at the Shraddha, the faith in scriptures and rituals, Satyakama Jabala gave Upakosala one important responsibility. He told, for the next 12 years, 12 years was the span of learning in any Gurukula. For the next 12 years, you are given a responsibility to take care of this Yagashala. The 3 Agnis that are here, you have to serve them with reverence, respect, and with devotion. This is what you have to do. Apart from that, you have to do other things also. You can't forego all those things. You have to do that, but importantly, you have to do this. Satyakama Jabala had something in his mind when he did this. Upakosala, taking it as a fortune, a privilege, an honor, he accepted it, and from the next day itself, he is learning on one side, he is acquiring skills on the other side, he is chanting on the other side, he is serving on the other side, and taking care of the Yajnashala. Every day he is doing the same thing. Different learnings, the same work he has to take care. Days passed by, months passed by, years passed by. His seniors are graduating from the Gurukula, and for the Samavartana program, the graduation ceremony, he is making all kinds of event management. He is giving everyone a great farewell. Everyone were very happy with Upakosala because he was a very intelligent boy, bright boy, and a cordial boy. So everyone were very happy. Then again years passed. His own classmates were getting graduated. But during graduation ceremony, his name was not called. Everyone from his group are getting graduated. But Satyakama Jabala didn't announce his name as a graduate. Upakosala felt, why? Have I not cleared all subjects? Have I done something wrong? But he accepted it. Probably this is a blessings in disguise. I will have more time to spend time with my Guru. Let me stay here. Years passed by. His juniors are getting graduated, but he is still in the same Gurukula, not getting graduated. Outwardly, he is taking all responsibilities, doing all work. One side learning, the other side taking care of responsibilities, other side the Yajnashala, everything he is doing. But inside heart, he is feeling a little sad, a depressed mindset, a kind of vacuum haunting him. What have I done? Am I not a good student? I have always been a good student. People consider me as an intelligent one. But why Guru is not considering me as bright student? So he was always thinking about it. His hair was turning grey. All are graduating, but he is still in Gurukula. His emotion was seen by Guru, Satyakama Jabala, but he didn't give any much important notice to it because he had a purpose. But one person noticed what Satyakama Jabala is doing and Upakosala is going through, and that is none other than the wife of Satyakama Jabala, the Guru Patni, the Mata, who is taking care of all students just like mother. Because all these students would have left their home and they are going to Gurukula, and these Guru and Guru Patni, they become the father and mother in Gurukula. So she comes, she starts consoling him. Why are you feeling so sad? When Guru is doing something, don't you think he is having a purpose? The boy says, yes, I know Guru has some purpose, but I am not understanding the purpose. I am feeling a kind of low self-esteem, low confidence. I think I am worthy of nothing because all others are graduating, but I am not graduating. Understanding the mindset of the boy, Upakosala, Guru Patni, she takes an initiative. She takes an initiative to go and speak to Satyakama Jabala. She directly goes to Satyakama and says, Prabhu, you have graduated thousands of children from this Gurukula, but there is one bright student who is a scholar, who is a devoted person, who has done so much to our Gurukula. He is waiting for your blessings. He is waiting for your blessings so that he is considered graduate by you because he knows many things. I request you to graduate him as soon as possible. Satyakama Jabala smiled and went away. The next day, again Guru Patni comes and speaks to Satyakama. Prabhu, you're doing a mistake. You're doing a mistake. This boy is very good. Please consider him and bless him with a graduation. Satyakama Jabala told, I know what I am doing. Don't teach me. I have a purpose to do. I have a purpose. That's why I am keeping him here. And he went. Next day, Satyakama comes and tells, now I am going for a yatra, Vidvad Ghoshti yatra. I am going to different places for a Vidvad Ghoshti, where scholars come together to have debates and discussions, and I am going to address there to bring light to the whole world. So I am not going to be in Gurukula for next few months. You people have to take care, and as Guru Mata, you are the chief person here, and as a senior student, Upakosala need to take care of all students. And he goes. Upakosala, taking care of all the things in Gurukula, doing all the works externally, but internally he is feeling very bad. Till now he had a ray of hope. From at least tomorrow my Guru may call me and say you are graduated. At least in the next week he may come and say you are graduated. But now that ray of hope is also not there. Why? Guru has gone away for months together. He felt very bad. He felt very sad, depressed, disappointed. He thought, what use of this life when this life cannot give me the knowledge that I want, when this life cannot bring the blessings of my Guru, what use of this life? So he, thinking like that, he quit eating, he started fasting. Satyagraha, Upavasa Satyagraha. And one time meal he left, next time, when he went for fasting, Guru Mata understood it. She comes and she starts consoling, pacifying him, saying, you are a good boy, don't worry. Guru will come and bless you. Have hope, have aspirations and everything. And she even warned, you are my son. If you continue fasting, I will also have to sit to fast. Do you want me to make that? Tomorrow morning you are going to have food. That's it. It was a stern voice with tenderness of love in her heart. Upakosala started contemplating. What have I done? What is my strength? What is my weakness? He started analyzing himself in silence. That's how he could make a journal of what are his strengths, what are his weaknesses, what are his opportunities, what are his threats, why Guru is not blessing me. That is the major question that he had. And when he examined himself, analyzed himself, he came to know he is not an academic weakling. He is intelligent. He is having great memory. He is very cordial, and more than anything, he even takes care of the cows and Yajnashala very well. He has that faith. But what is the problem? What is the problem? He understood he is fragile. He is very sensitive. He is carried away by emotions. For even small things, he gets carried away. He has too many thoughts, though not negative thoughts, but too many thoughts, scattered mind. And all these thoughts are driving him in different directions. That's why he is having a confused mindset. And all these things are consuming his energies. This is what the problem he has understood. He made a note out of his strengths, he understood his weakness, and then he understood why I am not being sent out as a graduate is because of these problems. The mind is scattered. The mind is filled with so many thoughts, either of the past or future. Then he directly went to the Guru Mata and told the problem. Mata, I have understood the problem. Now I am going to work towards it. Work to overcome these problems. Guru Mata appreciated the the boy Upakosala, and gave him few techniques of meditation, few techniques to control mind, few techniques to still his mind, and few techniques to even make decision making proper, to increase the intelligence and rational ability, logical thinking. Taking messages from Guru Mata and even the messages that Guru had given before, he started bringing them into practice. He always, from next day itself, 24/7, He's always thinking about how to sharpen my mind, how to focus my mind, how to concentrate, how to have one thought in my mind and go deep in that thought. He's doing this for days and days and days. His heart is becoming pure. His mind is becoming expanded. His intellect is becoming sharp like a thunderbolt. And he is ready for the highest knowledge now. One day, with all these things, he is doing his responsibilities in Gurukula. One day, while performing these rituals in the Agni, he could hear some voice. He searched for the person. No person is there. Again the voice came. He looks around, but no person is there. Then a divine person comes from the Agni Kunda, and he says, I am the Agni Deva whom you are serving from past many years. I am overwhelmed by the service that you have done. I am pleased by the Shraddha, Bhakti, Nishtha and Seva you have towards me and your Guru. Now I am here to give you a boon. Ask me what you want. Ask me what you want. Agni Deva comes and asks. And Upakosala says, I don't want anything. I am a seeker of knowledge. I am a brahmachari. I want only knowledge. Agni says, you want knowledge? Okay, I will give you. What knowledge you want? And Upakosala says, I want the highest knowledge. What is the highest knowledge? Of course, it is the brahmavidya. And Agni says, you want brahmavidya? I am ready to hear. I am giving the details of brahmavidya. Take this. And what was the instruction? Just 3 phrases. What is it? Prano Brahma, Kam Brahma, Kham Brahma. That's it. Prano Brahma, Kam Brahma, Kham Brahma. And Agni asked, did you understand? He had gone through severe disciplines from few days, and because of the karma, the seva he has done from past many years, from the meditation technique he has done, he could comprehend a lot of things just by that sentence. He says, I understood how prana is Brahma, which is the life force for all living beings, without which no person can live. That is an activation force that makes everyone to work. But why is this Kam Brahma? What is this Kam Brahma? Being a student of Gurukula for more than 12 years, do you think he doesn't know the word meaning of Kam and Kham? He knows. Kam means it is Sukham, pleasures that we derive from any sense objects. And Kham means the sky, the space. He knows it. But he is asking, how can a temporary sense pleasure be Brahman, which is eternal? How can be the insentient space can be Brahman, which is sentient? That is the question he is asking Agni Deva. Agni Deva, being pleased by the question, being pleased by the request that was given by Upakosala, he says, now you are intelligent, you are thinking in the right direction, your intellect has grown to a level, you are reasoning it, that's why you are getting all these questions. Very happy. Then Agni Deva says, yadvavakam tadevakam, yadevakam tadevakam. Meaning, he said, whatever is come, that is come. Meaning, whatever is space, that is enjoyment. Whatever is enjoyment, that itself is space. Both are same, that is Brahman. This is a cryptic word. This is a cryptic sentence. But our Bhashyakaras give explanation of what it implies. They say, space is insentient. Pleasure is definitely temporary. How can this be Brahman? Agni Deva gives the important message there. Temporary things cannot be Brahman. Insentient things cannot be Brahman. But the space within your heart where you experience the pleasure, there you can find Brahman. The location of finding Brahman, meditating Brahman, is in your heart. Meditate on Brahman in your heart is the first message. Second, definitely space is insentient, and we all know Brahman is sentient, consciousness. But Agni Deva says, any person who experiences pleasure needs to be conscious, and add this consciousness to the space, then Akasha becomes Chidakasha, Ambara becomes Chidambara. In that sense, meditate Brahman on Chidambara, Chidakasha. That is one more location of Brahman. And he gives the message, and he even instructs him with 3 more upasanas, and he goes away. And he continues his work, starts contemplating on the message that Agnideva has given, and days pass by, months, and probably after 3-4 months, Satyakama Jabala comes back from his store. Then all students are waiting to receive the Guru, but this boy, Upakosala, doing his work in his Yajnishala with complete devotion, dedication and service. Satyakama Jabala comes and he does his daily duties. On the next day morning, after his morning ablutions and Sandhya Vandana, everything, he comes to the Yajnishala to do the Yajna. And when he comes, he sees the bright Agni blazing. Next to the bright Agni, much more blazing, is Upakosala's face. And Satyakama Jabala calls him, Upakosala, come here. Your face is blazing like more than Agni. Your face is blazing like Brahma with Brahma Tejas. Have you attained Brahman? Did someone instruct you? Upakosala says, who else can instruct me when you are my teacher? But a celestial being called Agnideva, whom I have served for many years, he came and he instructed me that Prano Brahma, Kam Brahma, and I am contemplating on this. And while going, Agnideva told, this education can be complete only and only when your Acharya certifies it. And Acharya, Satyakama Jabala, asks what he has understood, and by taking what he has understood, Satyakama Jabala says, whatever Agni has given is not Brahman, truly. Agni has given the location of Brahman for meditation. Now you have got all the qualifications required to get Brahma Jnana. That's why I allowed all students to go out and pass out, because they didn't have all qualifications to get Brahma Jnana. I saw a seeking in you. That's why I kept you here. I kept you here for a longer time, because you are eligible for Brahma Jnana. Come, I will teach you Brahma Jnana. Whatever Pranam Brahma, Kam Brahma, it is nowhere out. It is within you. Rather, it is you yourself. Understand yourself and be free. And if you understand it, you will be like a lotus leaf in the water. It doesn't get tainted by anything. If you know Brahman, any punya or any papa or any karma cannot affect you, and you can live a life of comfort, peace, enjoyment and fulfillment without any guilt. Go and attain it. Getting the message from him, he contemplates on it, he gets the knowledge, he shares the knowledge what he had with his Guru, and Guru certifies, today you are Brahmajnani, you can go out of Gurukula. This is the story of Upakosala, which comes in the Chandogya Upanishad, 5th chapter. So many learnings from this chapter, from this episode. What are those things that we can learn? Hundreds of things. First and foremost, teacher. Who is a teacher? In the olden tradition in Gurukulas, always the highest caliber people were choosing teaching as their profession. That's why Gautama Haridrimata chose Satyakama Jabala to be a teacher, and Satyakama Jabala obeyed his Guru and became a teacher. Today, teachers, whoever cannot become an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer or a professional or a businessman, they become teachers. And they say, we are not getting respect. We should not demand respect. We should command respect with the character, with the knowledge, with the skill that we have. That we can see from Gautama Haridrimata transferring it to Satyakama Jabala. And a good teacher attracts students. He need not go and do advertisement. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa gives an example of a flower blooming, and when flower blooms, the bees come by itself. Flower need not go and give a advertisement or a marketing strategy to bring bees. In the similar way, a great teacher attracts students. As we saw, a small home becoming a great Gurukula of Satyakama Jabala. And Gurukula education system for the holistic personality development. In Gurukula, every student were made responsible for themselves, for the whole institution, and they were learning for the secular knowledge as well as for their lives. Even though when Guru didn't allow Upakosala to go out, never ever Upakosala blamed Guru. He had complete Shraddha or faith in his Guru. And Guru Mata, we cannot forget her. the kind of love and affection she had towards Upakosala and everyone, a motherly love, a consoling, a counselor we could see in her. That is what we have to understand. Whenever a person is in distress, can we give words of solace and bring some peace in their heart? Introspection by Upakosala, the SWOT analysis that he did. Can we also take up this message? And whenever we feel, I'm not able to achieve something, please make an analysis of SWOT. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What is the opportunity that you can capitalize? And what are those challenges or threats that can come in the way to achieve your success? Here we saw Upakosala doing it properly, identifying the issue and then moving towards the solution. And the Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti we could see in him. What are the Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti? The first is the sense control. Once he understood the problem in himself as the scattered mind, he reduced or he regulated the senses. He became introvert. He controlled his mind. He started having endurance, Shraddha, and then concentrated. So these 6 things are called the 6 treasures in everyone's heart. Dhamma, sense regulation. Shama, mind regulation. Uparama, introvertedness. Titiksha, endurance. Shraddha, faith. Samadhana, concentration. These are the qualifications that are required to get Brahmajnanam. That's what we see in the Upakosala also. And question, even when Agnideva came and told, he didn't just believe it. He asked, how is it? This is what we need to understand. Whenever Guru says something, we need to question, clarify and bring it into your life. This is what is also we have to learn from this story. Even after knowing what is Brahman, he continued to work. He continued to serve. Many a times, we got whatever we have got. Why should we continue? This is the attitude that we generally have. But here he shows, whatever you do, your responsibility you have to fulfill. Because my Guru has told to take care of the Yajnashala is my responsibility and that is my duty, I will continue. Humility even after knowing what Brahman is, what knowledge he has got. And life of untaintedness. This is the result of Brahmajnana. We see many Brahmajnanis, we have heard stories about them where they are untainted by whatever happens in the world. They are like a blessing to the whole world, where they bring life to the people around. We, knowing the reality of our own self, can become a blessing to the whole world. And Guru didn't teach because he was dumb. Guru didn't teach because he was not qualified. He was waiting for the right time. When the student became ripe, then Guru taught him the right lesson where he could understand himself and the essence of the whole world. So the message from the whole story is, acquire qualification, whatever is required to get Brahmajnana. Approach Guru. Curiosity, have always intense curiosity to learn. Humility, and finally, know yourself and be free. This is what is the message that we can understand. So with that, let's conclude the story. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.